Hello and welcome to another product announcement video. This one I think you're going to be very excited about. It's brought to you by our sponsor Asus, and today I'll be going over their new gaming laptops. Like all of our CS News coverage videos, this one I'll only be touching on the high points. Get subscribed with the notification bell on because of course we'll be doing our usual detailed full reviews. You can expect them dropping say late January onwards. And of course, those videos, they won't be sponsored. Well, disclaimers out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. I'm going to start with one of our favourite laptops of 2025, the compact and lightweight Zephyrus G16, pretty much Asus's premium gaming laptop that, if you need portability, that's the one to get. It's going to be upgraded with Intel's new Panther Lake CPU, specifically a 16-core Ultra 9. That's the one without the powerful integrated GPU because of course it doesn't need it, it's got a dedicated GPU. Anyway, Panther Lake should provide better power efficiency than the prior Intel Arrow Lake H processors. This means better battery life and that the processor won't generate as much heat, at least when completing similar tasks to last year's model. They're also improving the airflow of the G16. There are many more air intake vents on the back of the 2026 model versus the 2025. Now, last year's G16, it wasn't an overly warm-feeling laptop, especially when you consider how thin and light it is. So what's Asus doing with all that extra thermal headroom? Well, they're upping the max wattage that their GPUs are fed. This is great, as the higher-end RTX 5080 and 5090 GPUs, they didn't really make a lot of sense in this laptop as they were power limited. At the high end, Asus was limiting the 5080 model to 130 watts. Now that's going up to 160. That's really close to the max 175 watts that NVIDIA allows this GPU to be fed. For the RTX 5070 Ti model, which was our favourite one last year, as of course that gives you 12GB of VRAM instead of just 8 like the lower tier GPUs, that one is going up to 140 watts, the max from 125. If you're going for a G16 with a less powerful RTX 5070 or 5060, it's more of a modest bump up from 110 watts to the max 115. Now, just because the max wattage that the GPUs can be fed is high, it doesn't mean that these laptops can sustain that much power. We'll definitely be testing all of that when we get these laptops in for our full review. So as I said, get subscribed with the notification bell so you know the moment that video goes live. Well, what about the smaller Zephyrus G14? For the first time ever, it's going to be using an Intel CPU. At least I think it's a first for that laptop. It's the same 16-core Ultra 9 Panther Lake CPU that the larger G16 is using. These will be paired once again with dedicated GPUs. Now, due to the better efficiency of the processor and that promised improved cooling of the device, all those extra vents, Asus are again upping the wattage they feed to the G14's GPUs. It's going to a max of 130 watts instead of 120. For the lower powered GPUs, they're going up from 100 watts to 115. Now, another reason to upgrade is the fact that the new 2026 G14 will include a full-sized SD card reader. It's one of the only 14-inch laptops that has a dedicated GPU to offer such a thing, and of course, this is going to help it compete with a MacBook Pro 14 for all those creators. Well, other than this, both the Zephyrus G16 and the G14 are getting brighter OLED panels, up to 500 nits for SDR content. This is another very welcome change. In 2025, they kind of lagged behind laptops like Lenovo's Legion 7i in terms of their screen brightness. Well, not anymore. Other than this, they now have an ambient light sensor that will be able to dim the screen if you're using it in a darker environment. Plus, Asus has informed us that the hinge on both these devices has been improved. Alright, the next laptop in the Zephyrus lineup is the new Zephyrus DUO. This is a complete redesign of that older two-screen Zephyrus DUO that you may be familiar with. It kind of follows in the ZenBook DUO's footsteps, meaning it's a dual-screen laptop, but it can be also used as a regular one too. The Zephyrus DUO though, it ups the ante from being a 14-inch dual-screen laptop to a 16-inch one. Yep, you get two gorgeous 2880 by 1800 OLED displays. Both screens are touchscreens supporting up to pens with MPP 2.6. Their brightness is over 500 nits for SDR content and they both refresh at 120 Hz. The displays can be used on top of each other, side by side or in tent mode for dual screen gaming. We're kind of excited to try this last one out and just see how it works. As mentioned, thanks to its included keyboard deck with a trackpad, it can be used as a normal laptop. In that mode, just one of the screens is active while the keyboard deck charges via pogo pins. As far as the components go inside, the Zephyrus DUO is going to come with a Panther Lake CPU up to an Ultra 9 16-core, and it will have the option of either a 5070 Ti or a 5090, both fed 135 watts with boost. This device with all three layers, the screen, the keyboard and the second screen, it's about as thick as an average gaming laptop like Asus' Strix line. Just don't expect it to be thin like the regular Zephyrus G16, but it offers a lot of versatility. So what do you guys think of the new Zephyrus DUO? Post a comment down below. The next product is just a new branding on the existing ROG Flow Z13, but they're now offering a Kojima Productions edition for all you Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding fans. Nothing is super different about the device itself other than some visual cues. It's still a great little gaming tablet featuring Strix Halo. Moving over to one of our favourite laptops on this channel, the Asus TUF A14. There are going to be a number of different configurations available internationally, such as those with AMD's new Gorgon Point CPUs and an RTX 5060. But right here in the USA, we're getting a refresh with AMD Strix Halo, specifically the new 12-core Ryzen AI Max Plus 392 chip. RAM will be up to 64GB. This is going to be one of the first devices to offer Strix Halo in a less premium chassis, meaning the laptop might actually be affordable. In the new one, we do hope to see a bit of variety in the Strix Halo chips available, for example, the more affordable 8-core 388 variant. We aren't sure how either of these different chips perform graphically because we haven't tested them yet, but we are excited to get them in. If you're wondering how the highest end chip performs, that's the one we have tested. That one, in case you're wondering, it performs around the same as an RTX 4060. Now, if you decide that you still need the dedicated GPU and you're in the US, the current gen Ryzen 7 Zen 5 version, that comes with a 5060, that will continue to be available for sale. That's a configuration we really like a lot. It actually won our best 14-inch gaming laptop of last year. Now, if you want a Strix Halo device but you want even more memory than what the TUF gives you, that Flow Z13 that I already talked about, that will still be available for sale with 128GB. I'll link our review of that one down below because that was another device that we really liked last year. Well, that's all I got for you. If you're in the market to buy a laptop, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure to check out our website, bestlaptop.deals. Over there, you'll find our current top 10 laptops for each type of laptop buyer. You can even combine use cases together to personalize our recommendations. We also scan prices right across stores so you know where to go to get the best deal and when it's the best time to buy. We've got a second video coming out on Asus's consumer laptops, which I'll link down below when it's published. We've also got a ton more product announcement videos coming. So I'll see you in the next one. Josh out.